I'm Rico from Dutchpro, and in this video I'm going to answer the question, how does Calmag works? Calmag is rich in calcium, magnesium and nitrogen. So what are the benefits of feeding your plants Dutchpro Calmag? You'll see an increase in root activity, an increase in energy production, your leaves remain greener, and overall your cell walls remain stronger. So how exactly does Calmag work inside the plant? Calcium is a key element in the mitotic spindle. The mitotic spindle is when calcium is used to help during the mitosis. Mitosis is when daughter cells are exactly the same as parent cells. And this is what happens when there is cell division. Without calcium, there wouldn't be an efficient cell division process. So your plants can't grow and develop themselves as quick. Two elements that are really important with opening and closing stomata are potassium and calcium. The charge of calcium, the positively charged of calcium, indicates when the stomata have to open and close. Now, for those of you that don't know what stomata does, stomata regulates CO2 uptake and water evaporation from the plant. Without a sufficient amount of calcium, stomata can't function properly and CO2 can't be uptaken from the air. Also, calcium plays a key part during the buildup of cell walls. Cell walls are there to protect the cytoplasm, which is everything that contains in a cell wall. Without calcium, the cell walls can't be properly built up and they can't properly function to protect everything that's inside the cell. This is because calcium plays a key part in the development and production of pectin. Pectin is a complex set of sugars that actually helps inform the cell wall. Without pectin, there wouldn't be a cell wall to protect the cytoplasms. Furthermore, magnesium also plays a key part in this process, as magnesium stabilizes the cell walls. Cell walls are constantly under threat from electrons and the lipids are constantly being torn down. Magnesium helps to strengthen the bonds, so less oxidation happens and the cell wall becomes more strong and more rigid. Because magnesium helps with creating cross-linking lipid bonds, to help the membrane become more stable, your cells can grow bigger and eventually with the results of a better development overall of your plant. Now lastly, both calcium and magnesium also activate multiple enzymes. Enzymes are needed to activate a lot of processes inside your plant, and they also help with nutrient transportation inside. How? Because they have the ability to change the molecular structures of nutrients so they are able to move from one cell to the other cell. Magnesium also plays a key part during this process of energy production. Now without magnesium, there simply can't be energy formed, as magnesium plays a key part during the synthesis from ADP to ATP and then the breakup to create energy. Now that you know what Calmag does inside your plant, now it's time to actually tell how to use it and when to use it. Now Calmag can be used in a hydroponic setup, soil setup, or cocoa setup. And the dosage ratio is anywhere between 0.4 to 4 milliliters a gallon. Now the reason why that fluctuates has to do when to use Calmag. There's already a sufficient amount of calcium and magnesium in our standard A plus B base feed. However, when you use additional CO2 in your grow room and the ppms of your CO2 are above 1000, that's when we recommend to use additional Calmag. As you can see, Calmag is transparent of color, so make sure that you don't drink it because it looks exactly like water. Now that I explained everything, it's time for you to start growing some killer plants. Make sure you like, subscribe and turn on your notifications for any future videos. My name is Rico from Dutchpro and I hope I will see you again.